Some of the area's best spirits come from Proof Artisan Distilleries in Fargo. They also have a unique event space, and now they're offering classes where you can make your own gin. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. And we're going to be making one of my favorite drinks, which is an old fashioned. And I'm going to be getting some free smells because I can't obviously drink right now, but it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's noon somewhere.
It's noon.
Noon somewhere, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Yes.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
We're all about local.
Yes.
We're downtown Fargo, a block from the Fargo Theater. We use North Dakota potatoes to make our vodka and gin, our Two Dogs Vodka, Minions Gin. Malted barley, North Dakota malted barley, makes our Glen Fargo American Malt Whiskey. And corn makes bourbon. And that's what we're going to be highlighting today is our Crooked Furrow Bourbon.
I love that. And I love that we keep it local. So when we buy one of your bottles, opposed to buying something more mainstream, you're really keeping the funds right back here in Fargo.
On all of our spirits, less than 10% of the shelf price leaves the state.
That's
the only
awesome.
cost that leaves the state is the glass and the federal tax.
So you're supporting local. I love it. All right, so how to make the perfect old-fashioned?
Actually, the perfect old-fashioned is up to the taster.
Yes.
It really is because there's a lot of variations on it.
It's going to be up to the smeller
yes.
today. But.
And what it is a brown liquor. So we're using our Crooked Furrow Bourbon.
I can smell, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I smell the oak barrels. Like,
yes,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Simple syrup, which is simply equal parts of sugar and water. And as an aromatic, we're using just an orange peel.
Okay,
simple
love
orange peel. Measure if you like, but it'll be about that much.
Yeah, that's a good eyeball.
Oh, and the other thing is, it is truly by the amount of sweetness by taste. If you like it sweeter, add more sugar. If you like it a little less sweet, add just a drop of spirit back into it.
So I've seen some people that use like the actual sugar cubes. What is your theory on that? Do you think that's okay, or do you prefer simple
It does taste the same,
Okay.
but it's however you like it.
Yeah.
It's another way of making it, and traditionally, yes, that is the way, and you muddle an orange and you squeeze a cherry into it and all of that. But the reality is that it is truly that simple.
Oh, it smells delicious.
With an orange peel.
So I love what you're doing. Can you give us some tactics of how you're doing that?
Simply, and then smell that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, oranges smell good.
Yes,
Those
yes.
Very fresh.
And that's what it is an old-fashioned is
all you did is just use a peeler here and
Yes.
go there. All right.
a simple orange twist
Man,
and a cherry.
Oh, it's delicious.
And we'll tease you with the smell.
Okay. All right. Smells great.
You get a little bit of orange, a little bit of whiskey, and the balance is the
Can we
sweetness.
meet after 12 o'clock?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, I absolutely love that. So this comes from the old fashioned. This really reminds me of kind of like the Kentucky Derby party, which is obviously in a few months. But what I love more is that not only can we come to you guys to learn, but we can also come there to taste. So tell me a little bit more about your gin classes.
So we have a gin class coming up April 30th, and we spend the afternoon, 1 until 5, playing with the ingredients of gin, and the attendees get to make 2 bottles of their own custom crafted, depending on how they like the flavor.
So how
we actually create it for them.
Wow. So how exactly does that work? So when you make gin, is some of it kind of pre-worked, or how do you mix it to make your own gin? And
Very
you get to
good
take
question. Yes, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We start, our gin is made with our Two Dogs vodka as the base, and then there's 20 ingredients of aromatics that is vapor infused. The alcohol boils off through the gin still. The vapors grab those aromatics. My mouth is watering because I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
And it grabs those aromatics and condenses out and instantly is gin. Very small changes in those aromatics make for changes in the flavor.
Wow, that's pretty neat. I would love to learn, and count me in for that class.
Absolutely.
And as a perfect girls' night out, or even a perfect date night, because there's so many times you go out to the movies, you go out to dinner, but here you guys can do something that's together, so it's a perfect date for me. Making
Yes,
some gin.
and we are reopening the tasting room. We have essentially been closed for 2 years.
Yes.
And the tasting room itself has been closed. We've been producing all along. 98% of what we make is poured by other bars and liquor stores.
How does that feel to be opening up like after the pandemic's over?
We were open for St. Patrick's Day Parade, and that was fantastic. It was great to have people in there, do tours again, and have a regular open. That was fantastic.
Okay, well, you'll definitely have to come back and count me in for that class. I want to make my own bottle of gin. I think that's pretty neat. And I love, that's a creative idea. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much. We have more to come on North Dakota Today.